Renegade! Man when afraid, man in the wilderness. Keep it real and honest round here, no tabloid. Good evening, good night, good morning, good afternoon, the Renegade. There, that's where you're at, you know. We are saying, man, I like some volcano around like 2,000 volcano tonight. Yes? All right, so Holness came out yesterday. And we're going to show you, in the backdrop here, we're going to deal with Holness proper in the night here, right? In this backdrop. Because Holness sound like him do dictatorship, you know. So I'm going to talk to one of my lawyer brethren. Yeah, Silbert from in a UK. Later too. He might come join me, right? But look on this. Holness, PNP must not return to power. JLP to undertake voter awareness campaign. JLP, yeah, to undertake voters awareness campaign. Who says so Holness? Him not supposed to depend no ballot. And not drop me a make. You have to recall, I never talk to my lawyer brethren in the UK because you we have the same Westminster model. Better talk to him. And I think he might come back with a program about civics, you know. When I teach civics and things. So I talk to him when him soon fly out. Even in program now, soon fly out, you know. But them man are sick in them head. Really sick in them head. Honest. So I want him look deep in themselves. Why you look deep in yourself? And ask Holness if a Mark Golding are the leader of the PNP, yes, with a lot of young people and everything, are a PJ Patterson and Michael Manley. Michael Manley were dead. Yes. Can't remember them set them foundation. But it's coming like, you know, this party, I know them go back where, and then skip over Bruce, where him and Bruce mash up the place again. Skip over Bruce. And have people where PJ Patterson, let me just repeat again, because them never hear where I repeat. We don't PJ Patterson free up them license, then them not have a job. Because I'm sure RGR would never entertain them about them a journalist. That draws Davis and fish headless and them nastiness. No. Never. No for them where you say them a journalist, they would never get that job. No for them where you say that car that tell us them full up them no want them. So them won't have trained for that. Them won't have a work. Me never ask. Me not ask. So PJ Patterson making a 2 or 4 more piece come in existence. Make IRFM in existence. Make CVM in existence. All these. And him come make so much radio station. Same like I make man have taxi and all kind of little things and make man have phone we can use for them business and everything. That PJ. You don't think a man like that under the bus. You think people are idiot? Yes? All Andrew are the Jamaica Labour Party though. I'm going to show you, I'm line them up. When you look at my thing, it go around aiding and betting criminality. Them have shower pass, you know, kill over 1,400. And you them talk about Jim Brown and the one of them. You see Siaga about Jim Brown. You see the whole of them about Jim Brown and them come with Tivoli encourage. Asking yourself, if you see PNP go out and do like what you see these people do. When them talk about PNP, on a serious note. Where him could have teach young people and young people are watch him in a real time and him watch. When him let them down with the IC and carry them go to court for move illicit enrichment within 400 million around 2-3 account. Now him could have talked to anybody. You could have a son or a daughter, a grandson and granddaughter, or some niece and them. And make Andrew Holness come talk to them. He's not supposed to come in your gate. He's not supposed to depend on the ballot. And by the way, Mark Golding and him, if you say the people, I can't say nothing about Mark Golding. No good thing them can't come and say no people. Ooh, he's a white man. But them are tear down party so a black man same way too, you know. So nobody make them use a race card around you, you know. Party someone do so much to Jamaica. These nastiness. That's why I don't have respect for them. Them are shit, you know. Them are shit. One are shit them at the toilet. Them not have no respect. My old man no go over so. Them not have no respect. So I have to deal with them according to. I mean, I put it up in a serious way. And, you know, other brethren them when at this. When you follow suit and do some facts checking on the JLP, and you ask yourself if you ever seen a PNP organized like this, aiding and abetting criminality. All a play for criminal. You have US want. The whole party make up and pay feet according to double fast. And by the way, I'm on a way back, whether from Norman Manley, Michael Manley administration, PJ Patterson administration, Porsche, and where and there you wear the JP there. And we are tell me wholeheartedly, if you never see any amount of corruption, well, see, I'm going to have it down there so. Because you see, Perennial charge them of 1.5 thousand acre land up there, and the people say, you capture it. Can't show you buy it. We see the paper was a $1,000, 1,500 acre land. He was minister. Someone you show me. So these people front of it continue to do these things. And then I said the PNP do this. And front of it, we see who them glorify. Criminality, drugs, all kind of thing them glorify. Everything that bad them glorify, chopping taxpayers' money. And I just still run up and down. I remind him, Iman, Mark holding them, yes, I them they up there. You can't back, oh, me going into the 70s. You could have gone into the 40s and tell me about Marcus Garvey, him dead long time. I in the 70s make we there and exist right now. I know say, we for walk on our feet and don't bow to US and nobody. Come in about, you know. This is one man running about. Ask anybody. Me not care you who. Me and you good. Don't bother feel say, you know, you watch my color and my skin. Well, me have little color still. You know, so that how me look, you know, me kind of have little color. But in no business. Nobody feel they can't go step on me, you know. Now anything I just feel say, I never talk to Lord. So you must drink mad to space. I see a place me at this year when we came. And you can't tell me nothing neither. I mean about if you have respect, me have respect our manners, but don't pass your place. Say me about. You understand? Nah about neither. Nah about. So I'm gonna start the show now and then me start coming them right away.
We in lump sum, we a beat it till the hammer burn. We now make them get in on them and again. None of them boy that we none of them. We in lump sum, we a beat it till the hammer burn. We now make them get in on them and again. None of them boy that we none of them. We alone some rise up the bomber day.
I'm not just not a Judas, them a backstabber. I'm my wife and this straight beauty and glamour. No guy can walk to name me with no dagger. Maybe the heart of Mandela, but the mind of a Zama in the mold like a bullman. We send us the jammer. Lyrically inclined, be a metaphor, so no listen to lyrics line to line. Become a lyrical filter, put up in the rhythm, they want some more hole in a hater. Lyrically inclined.
All right, so on a serious note now, on a serious note, Andrew Holness not supposed to depend on the ballot. You don't care what. But this is how the party thin and don't have no leader. Them a big pants, by the way, him dent up. Because I'm not supposed to depend on the ballot and a joke. No two way about it. Yes, no two way. But them have him still, you know, that's why you want impeachment laws and all kind of things, because that's so disrespectful. And the party dent. It's a nasty party. We can't allow them for the PR Get up and do a PR and up and down. We don't allow that. Not going to do it. That will stop. See? So I'm going to start from Andrew himself. I'm not going to show you everything, but I'm going to start from him himself. And just hear where I'm going to say yes, sir. And then they're going to ask, you know, if the party have any morals. If you talk about download PMP, and then come up with, you know, we dirty thinking bushrat. Come up and talk about PMP will never touch our, we will not let PMP take over this country. Racism chatting, eh? Bushrat. And Queenie. No, you have a Mark Golding as a leader of opposition. Where you can't come with nothing about the man. Nothing. A matter of fact, them can't come with nothing but none of the candidate them. Nothing. So what one is to skip over Bruce, him and Bruce time. The 5 year there. 5 year them doing now. Them coming from February, up to February 2007. When Portia swearing, because the election won on the 31st, right? But Portia swearing the 5th of January 2012. January, February. So them do the whole 5 years. 5 years that. And 9 plus runners. So that are 14 add. And by the way, when you add, you see what I go say, they will put out the crime. Add up the 5, the Bruce time that with Holness came a part of the murder holiday. And he was a senior member, and he was a prime minister too. Him, Portia seems to be the beat and take with that. Give him a little break. And she take it and come straight into an record. So you have to add the 5 and the 9, make 14 and add how much people? 8,800 and add. Nearly 8,009. Yeah? And you add it to the 12,000 off, you're gone over 21,000. So like for the 3 term, that 3 term with the jail pedo. And then look on Patterson 3 term, 14 years same way. 14 years to 14, and them say 13,000 Adam called Patterson the murder. Him at the murder prime minister. When them gone over 21,000 on them watch. It nearly double Patterson, you know. 13 and 13, 26. Them the 21 I just need the and then counting because them still account until them come out. I remember them hide a lot of bodies. Them nearly double Patterson with the 3 term. And even the 2 term it catch up Patterson already. Yes. Them never go on 600 and these things. So you know when them do PR, and one thing with Josh Davis though, you can't be a journalist. We don't know him as no MP, caretaker, about a journalist, say them depend on radio. That is not a radio. And say balance, and then you come out and you attack a statesman. You depend on radio. So if a statesman attack you, you ballot for the press, and then the press come out and say, no, you must not talk like when they talk. Oh, me not hear the press come out and say, no, you couldn't be a president and come out and talk this kind of way. And you still come out with false accusation. But Patterson, this piece of shit, Josh Davis, with him face with a square Batman. You know the square Batman? Yes. So him face look, you know, that piece of shit, Josh Davis. What Patterson make have a work? Free up them license, they make them have a work. You bite the hand feed and come with false information. Then cuss the man and forgot stay back in a bed. Me never know say I'm a politician. Cause was a politician, you know. And then I put out that like him a school. Him now school no point, you just stink. And when I stop beat you, cause you stink, you open up yourself, forget my slabber, you know. Use a piece of shit. Dirty thinking, Josh Davis. Yes. Because you come now, and he's even that factual, it not so bad. And you only is where big mama and them a praise. Praise. There's so much money missing. Who them a praise? Yeah, Batman, yes. Yeah. A back man, yes. Same? Yes. Yeah? Yeah. Who them a praise? And say him at the best. Just look on this. You run it straight past the board, you know. Patterson have him cabinet who have a select. And you say, oh, Philip Parliament, me not argue none of it. Like you can give somebody like a so party run. This man put him cabinet, shuffle him cabinet and put it for work, not for folio hand. And you have a cabinet. So we know say man mislead us again. And claim say him a journalist, him a one of them where do repeating and do you know, do JLP bidding. It is a piece of shit. Is that, remember, I know, them have already starting a college radio station, that ain't a radio station, and won't make it bad. He was a farmer president. I'm going to go forward than that. I'm going to go to Clive Mullins, but RGR. And you know, he was a JLP farmer member of parliament. But him not act in a duous manner. Him don't do it. We see Big Mama, them do the same thing, not do it. Yes. This is how low these pieces of shit. Them for lose them license and go pay them tax. The man will make you have mouth and give you a job. No found about you know, this and that. You know. RGR alone and TVJ and JBC couldn't hold on. You will never get tired. And by the way, that's why Dennis stated till him dead. You know? Norman Martin, the man who. You know, along Derek Wills are right, eh? From the 80s, we know Derek. Big up yourself, Derek. My brother, you know. Derek Wills. See? Yes. Just to go and work with RGR or TVJ, if them not stay there till the 80s, so them dead, majority of them. See? I would leave and go foreign or something. So them who have no work. Parties are free up that. If you make the media, them can run no and say that and that. And then if them they know them history, them that play a media technician and stop do that thing they both don't do politics, them is a piece of shit. Because them they pay bill. Make us start from Holness now. We want to tell the young kids them about the PMP. You can't tell them about Mark Golin. But me, I tell them about you because them see about you. You are una pata cat. Them see say when you mix up in all kind of things, you know, phone name. And I tell people about people. Where you find this? You have to clean it than this one is. You can't tell nobody, you can't tell about Mark Golin. Are you una animal run? Dayton can't blood any one of them, no. But you tell me about I try. True, you know, some Michael man, they do for whap you. So you have to drop back in your shell. Michael man, they have a fight off superpower. And we did all right. We did all right, yes, Sophia. Eh? We did okay. But look at the damage where you do. You have SSL problem. You have IC problem. You have the shell where you be money I run through shell problem. Somebody will see I draw some money that a problem too, you know. 150 million. These things. Can you imagine Mark Holden I draw 150 million in a shell company or them that go and live on him? And the dirty thinking media. 150. I'm gonna know where the money come from. But this guy I go on and talk about him. I got teach young people. You can't remember them are living at the time right now. Eh? Them never born yet. And them never this them live through your abuse. And you skip over abuse. We not allow that. Oh, them fools, so. Make us start.
To my integrity declarations. I too am concerned that they have not yet certified them. They have various questions. I have provided answers, and they have written to me again, and I'm in the process of providing those answers. You will, however, appreciate that it does take some time, and particularly for me.
So that was a lie again to people. You should know. Remember, I know. Who are the real businessman around there? Who are the liar? Who are run? When you proven? When you proven? Who are run proof investment? Now Mark Golin, the film company, put it in a thing they ship and yeah, blind trust and go and do him thing. So the real businessman, he might have papers to full out same like him. Not more, not less. But this is the amount of thing him gather as a prime minister, not doing another job. Can never these things where you see him do. Because you're not supposed to do this, you know. These things are shell companies. He might tell you because of him. So when one go in there and say, oh, the prime minister is a member, you know, you have secretary, permanent secretary run the one of them thing there. That's why, and they're supposed to be partisan. So when you have a different government coming, you know, move the permanent secretary, you just go in and let them play partisan, you move them. But them are really run that, and then the minister them come together, some of them come with them teeth. We understand the business. See? So him now not about cut ribbon with Monday's signature behind him. The NHT I try to drain it. The NHT. Hey, you have some crabblers live pan cow back, you know, and try to do all kind of thing. Crabblers. Well, call crablaws, people. Well, crablaws. We now say ticks. We have to put it down to crablaws. We have Asafa. Yes, man. Yeah, man. See? So look at him now try to trick way. Well, because of me and, you know, me if you have time. This is bullshit. That's why you have accountants. You have people deal with the thing and him sit and deal with it. Hide them to the hide things. So this is what I'm come tell you. Teacher?
To get 2 or 3 days to go through matters and provide.
That is bullshit. Our tax file now, I don't have no days going through matters. We have accountants. Where my tax is bullshit. You have to file the taxes. Your accountants do that for you. Year to year. And then that in the tuning, so them they just put the look of different, them file it quicker than what look at. So if you have your accountant and something add on, he might just finish. Can have everything there already, you know. Can you file and like nothing really change. And if you add in something, he just add on a little thing the quick and it done. Where my talk is bullshit. We understand this, yeah? Remember wife have a file from when we have the accountants. This is bullshit. So that me and my wife I do it. No, and him not make no difference. See? So when my talk is about me have to go through what? So all you say you have business around, but you yourself have to go through in a 3 days. That make any sense too, no? That mean a legit business. Because legit business that go and calculate up itself and everything that go in order in a books, you know. Everything that keep order in a books, if a legit thing. This is bullshit. Continue.
Provide answers. I simply have to be very frugal with my time. And I suspect the same for the Integrity Commission that have to go through several thousands of declarations.
So that's a bullshit again. Same like how you see how much thousand police today. Don't them have to get paid every month and them get paid? More than, what, 12,000? How much nurse we have? Over like 20,000? Teacher, like 20,000 teacher? Them have to get paid? We have system in place for dealing with all of these things. See? So everything where but me I try to show them out. So him now I'm going to tell people about PMP. Who's PMP you can't find pan? Call leader to leader. Compare me with me as a tuno. Mark Golden, Andrew Holness, and look on the foolishness. You know when I tell you all of this? In turn on and carry the IC go a court. To move illicit enrichment. That means he want to let go of a criminal to please himself. The same IC where I tell the opposition must touch. And then him say it, me have it. But him carry them a court. Or you trust something like this. Look here. Him they tell them say never know nobody. Yesterday him them tell him about illicit enrichment. Yeah.
So far, he's not aware of any member of his Jamaica Labour Party administration being investigated for alleged illicit enrichment by the Integrity Commission.
I have asked as far and as wide. I have gotten a response from everyone. But as far as I have been told,
that was a lie. That remember in the first panelist, Muma now showing some people right now who are run back, and you ask Andrew Holness. If you're going to leave Mark Golden where you can't finger under the bus, and leave everybody else where you can't finger under the bus, and you're going down a Michael man, they're going to patches, and I tell people about the PMP. Remember the PMP, they're right there. If you could have fixed jacks now, anybody under the bus, you'd have fling them under the bus. There is nothing to finger under the bus. But what you do, you're going back to Monday when nobody not allow you for church because we not allow that. Yeah. Them put them business in a blind trust. Of course, they never. See? So we want to know how I'm going to teach the youth them. This is what I'm come out with yesterday, you know. I'm going to do education campaign about the PNP. But if you do education campaign about the PNP, you're not supposed to depend on the ballot. That's not what I make. Look who are talking about education campaign. It's a goddamn disgrace. I know him alone in a party state, so you know, continue alone, so. I know just it alone in the pan. And the whole pan money. Remember, continue. Look at people. Look at.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness has hit back at critics over the time he took to comment on the multi-million-dollar fraud at Stocks and Securities Limited, SSL. For almost 2 weeks, the fraud has dominated headlines locally and across global media. But Mr. Holness said he only wanted to address the matter when he had received the facts.
So that was a lie again. Because the same I get money from our land. The paper with the IC report showing up. It show right that from 2019 and 2020, he get 70,000 plus other money when him collect. This is how this guy lie. But him talk about young people who are watching in a real time doing these things. In him head, the man at the end of in him head, he must say them not see me, and them must see him as a nice guy. Can we him to come give some sweet talk? Blah, 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 blah. He might hear that in no sense. You run against Mark Wheatley. And you feel null and fight for the ballot box. And you feel suffer in an election. And if you suffer the whole of straight defeat. Go for clean up Jamaica. Get serious. Jamaica the right at 80. With some people are lying in their pocket. That PSO have to run out and I tell me say all them are suffer now. Because them aid and betting criminality. So this was lie, I tell you so. Hear this. And I him say more go talk to kids, you know. Talk to the kids, talk to what kind of kids. Hear this.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness has been facing backlash for his delay in commenting on the fraud case involving over 40 investors, including Sprint legend Usain Bolt. The opposition and other quarters of society have questioned whether or not the delayed response was in a bid to cover up information. But Mr. Holness says not so.
There was this query as to why I didn't jump out with a statement immediately. Simply because I have a duty that when I speak, the information that I provide must be unassailable.
Come off and go to man. These things bother me. Me just pray because I have to pray but just show you. These are the hypocrite. Hey, if you just go, you know. And the police them now do the work. Yes, Andrew, if you commit crime, we get sentenced and do the time. So this was a big lie. I'm going to put up Dana Scott Motley. And I talk about him want to educate the kids them about the PNP. Show me a PNP. I'm going to show you a couple JLP right now in front of you, you know. Right now, you know. But I start from him first. But them name just swell up in everything. But them same man I run. Yeah? Them same man I run the pan ballot. Them not supposed to depend on ballot. Watch me. Eh? And him want to go back and tell about him and go back, you know, the years. Whether yes or no. Right now. You hear me tell about now? So play now. No. See, watch out.
Other transaction which concerned me was the one where the account was opened at NCB. Mm-hmm. It was opened with no money in it. And I didn't know you could open an account with no money in it. A couple of days later, there was a deposit of a little over $143,000 US, which came from SSL. Mm-hmm. And in the context of the discussions which we have been having about SSL, I believe that the Prime Minister needs to address this and explain how and why that money came into his account from SSL. It was deeply concerning to me, and I'm sure that it must be deeply concerning to all the people who not only lost money, but know people who lost money. And you know the number one concern is what happened to.
So, no. So you could have in a country with a Prime Minister like this, I tell you about PNP. Can you imagine if this was Mark Golden and this money from SSL going on? Remember, you know, not even one PNP. JLP, them have them account all over this. Our police have account of this. Our people from the DPP office, them can't tell me nothing. That's why some people are running up and down all over the place. So what are them corrupted? Them are shit. Yes. See? Can you imagine if this was a Mark Golden? If you say a law, a D. Lawrence law, run out, and you say, Big Mama, Tresemme 21, the fish headless, and one of them I try to spin something. I run with this. And I try to spin and I say, okay. A phone stylist with that piece of shit. Remember, you know, when me watch somebody do that, me, anything at all you do, you know, me use it and I run it right across the board. So anything where you say about the PNP and I'm run across the board and see how jail people, you can't talk to me, you know. Eh? Which PNP ever do this? Which PNP? Eh? Continue. Look at one now. Look at one now. I'm going to go to the next one. Look at one now.
Hello, I'm Jovan Johnson. Daryl Vaz, the Minister with responsibility for the environment, has admitted that he knew the sensitivity of his position in government when he offered to lease lands bordering the protected Holywell National Forest Park in St Andrew to build a private cabin. The National Land Agency, which was leasing the property, has terminated the process because of public backlash over the 7.7-acre land, which was being leased for 25 years at $10,000 per annum.
10,000 per annum. But look on this again with him. Film calling everything. Look here.
First this evening, the opposition People's National Party is of the view that Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Daryl Vaz, should be sent on leave.
Speaking at a press briefing today, opposition leader Dr. Peter Phillips contends this should be done in order to facilitate an independent audit into the sale of the rooms on the beach property in St. Anne.
More questions than answers. It's how the opposition People's National Party feels about the controversial sale of the rooms on the beach property in Oteria St. Anne by the government. It's why PNP President Dr. Peter Phillips wants an independent audit. He's proposing the auditor be selected by a stakeholder group to include representatives of the private sector, the National Integrity Action, Parliament and international financial partners. And to facilitate this investigation, he's also proposing
the responsible minister, the Honorable Daryl Vaz, should be sent on leave.
This because of Minister Vaz's involvement in the negotiation of the sale. Dr. Phillips argues, like the former Contractor General in his report on the matter, that it resulted in the Urban Development Corporation, UDC, surrendering its position of strength to negotiate a price close to market value.
The behavior of the minister, we are asserting, is contrary to the established policy governing the role of ministers. The ministers and possibly the Prime Minister's role in the sale of these properties is a direct breach of the provisions of certain laws and the best practice in government relating to the separation of responsibilities.
You hear this? So these are things where Holness did and destroy. You sell a property, but value like over 15, 20 million. I want to go sell it maybe for 78 million. That leaves space, man, go collect a 6 or 8 million back. You're not supposed to override the thing that safeguard by the day. But this is what them continue to do. This now open things, money all over the place. Yeah? You understand? And you still Holness around him mouth. Where you can find from Peter Phillips and tell with him how much money in thief. Where you can find from Mark Wood, where you can find from Patterson, you can find from Michael Mandy, you can find from Posa Simpson Miller, you can find from Seaga, you know. You can find to Bruce destroy the place and Andrew the worst one. Yes, still him I say, the PNP destroy, just to pan them pattern. And look on them behavior. Another thing with Vaz, can lie and everything to you know, like when I go through the lie. Plus, and then bringing back the quote port and that tell us say it go on good. Iman Agintai. Speaking of Agintai, I'm going to go for Agintai. I'm going to go for some more of them. Look on one here. Look, let's look on who around Andrew Holness, you know. One, can you imagine? You have an administration and the people that around him. And remember, no one somebody in a mix up, you know. Not one. What? Just continue. Look here.
Good afternoon and welcome to Midday News. I'm Milton Walker. A special welcome if you are watching on onespotmedia.com. Education Minister Ruel Reid has been sacked. A statement from the Office of the Prime Minister this morning said Mr. Reid has resigned from the Cabinet and the Senate. It said the Prime Minister and...
So, Andrew, let me just stop that now. You see, when you talk about, you talk to the kids, them, but when we know them have better sense than that. We have to start from the ministry and what them do here, and tell them about education ministry. You was a head, but we say you come out with big house and them thing that I know you're not tell bro, you get the money. We know you did bro. We know by your wedding day you couldn't find food to feed the 200 odd people. Your wife said. No, you're a billionaire. You're not a billionaire. Right? Run it to it, they did it. Maxine and Wilson. And you can't name back one a white man. But virtual white man, education ministry. How much of them name you can call in anything? See there, after you and down to Trouble Zion, they come Ruel read. And what is? I know him case to call and I try and let him go. When I stretch it out, when the big nasty thinking DPP. That piece of shit. Yes? You can't have respect for them things, they know. Them are garbage. Them are garbage. This, remember, you know, Michael Mandy said this is closer to him heart. You hear Portia tell you she like pay for these things. Everybody else. You can't pipe on the leader, then Peter Philip much money unless you don't come tell lie. Not that, but this. Surreal reader still wrap up in a court. This is a part of your administration. But you can tell people about PNP. PNP people at time for the hold them accountable this kind of way, you know, run them way, you know. Them are nastiness. Just show me the pay and him go back in the past. Remember, me tell you, you know. Him and Mark rolling up there, none of them can uncle thing them do is come with racist thing. Partisan black man, you know. And you still come with racist thing and I try push him down when I make them have job. Partisan, the one of them taxi driver and your truck now, and the one of them poor people they have them think partisan. And a madman have phone partisan. Them I try twist it. Them what the pan line I try this partisan. Partisan make them have a job, open up that door. And fight with the big boys them because them did want yes. Him open it up. Him open it up. Partisan. Make them have job. Yeah? Yes. You understand? And nobody now forget partisan. Because him get more accomplished. Remember man did that set the foundation, but him have more 3 term. And you can and it's beneficial to every Jamaican right now. Right now. And you can't point the finger upon partisan and say I'm a billionaire. So him leave them never ever fly out. All of them say, oh, he bid out this because them dunce. You know, you have a set of people, you know. You can't just get up and say, Kipling, you buy it pork. And then you know how pork and then you hear say, oh, you buy it Guinea and you buy it Julie, and you buy it this and you buy it that. Not go say, them just say you buy it pork. Yeah? Zin Kipling. And then you know to the name and mix up. That's the way, you know, who follow Andrew Holness like them daft more than anybody else. We need back civics in class. You can't pipe no PNP with this. Education to go first. But look at the people them in education. They goddamn disgrace. And then they put flavor in, they go finish this, try to pick them brain. Me never see back in the man the time. Remember you're afraid of teacher, you deal with teacher with respect like your mom and dad. No. A teacher run down boy and say, hey, me will kill you. And then boy run down back teacher. This is where it reached now. Teacher, because them have one, where am there, G2K? Where am there? When you look here, you say, my trouble look up at me at school. Where am there? Where that piece of shit there? Appear them having a pedophile, trouble little boy and girl, and yesterday want to talk about PNP. That don't make no sense to me. Mark Golden there right there. You can't find the man who run this off straight now Jamaica, anybody in a team. You're going back something where the people them said something where you can't find. You try find. Remember, have the data. You can't come here and mud up Patterson. We have the data with Patterson too. One a piece of shit. Actually, Monday, when Monday come out, Monday say, listen, you feel always humble. You know, like when you, but when them come out like this now, you have to show the thing, the man show, say, well, the man work. When if you have respect, you know what I'm saying, do? When Monday come set, you see, I got it owe 430 million. He might borrow money when he forgot to say more. He might have hotel. See, I got come out rich too, you know. Do all of them, you know, do all of them. Who are butter, grass, them have everything. Yeah. You understand? You know, Jamaica, ongo finger, you are talking about your mama. And your mama, where you poop on that finger, your piece of shit, you. Come off of this. Yeah, man. Your piece of shit. Me tell you about you, no, man. He's a piece of shit. Man, that me just tell you about you and your nastiness. Yeah, me deal with it the same time in a parlor.
See, Dr. Boy, they were talking about data and cable, You know, see back to one.
Me take it off long time, Jamaican 100%. Me take off. Remember, say, Muma where I suck every seed on every dark seed. You must see a talk about, man. Go tell your mother wash her dirty clutches and don't come on here. This me, I got this one, you know. And your father where I jump dark too. Don't come on. I'm moving already, man. I'm big dirty thinking Jay-Z Muma. I see my talk about, man. And him dirty graping pooper. Yeah? All right. Yeah, man, my germs, man. I'm moving, man. Me now I put them in now. Yeah, man. If your mama did go, you're good because you're old, then you won't do that. He's a piece of shit. Yes, man. You're a piece of shit, yo. Yeah, man. Go tell your mama, stop sell catches. Boy, you put about date and this and that. You're a piece of fucking shit. You think we want to put on our germs? This I want to do. Because once somebody come out and you are telling, remember, you know, the police, they run through that and then you want to go tell lie and then you come repeat it. You got germs behind key. Yes? Go talk to the valves and I can tie your piece of fucking shit. That's how I want to learn. We have germs. All right, come continue. So this nastiness here, this nastiness, take an old woman who I work with him. That's a real greed, you know. Him wife, number one, you do this, you don't bring your wife and your daughter in it. But you take an old woman and you mix her up and open a bank book. Yeah. Them a disgrace to Jamaica. I mean, I don't put none of them in. Hey, remember my, hey, I don't put none of them in. Them a shit, you know. Yes. Run them under them mama to man. Them a shit. If them mama grow them good, them will not do that. Yes. As some of the propagandists, and we are dealing with real thing on that. I remember me, I read ghetto, you know, so nobody around put me. Me not around put none of them. Big dirty thinking woman, none of them me not around with. Them for just fuck off. Yes. All right. Cause that them do, you know, them go on and them nail. Yes. You see? Yeah. No, man, you know around put them are germs. My surname. Them are germs. Me not around put none of them. See? That big nasty one, you know, take a old woman. This is all now. Remember, you know, them are wicked and when you call a little man a pickpocket. You are work, you are minister, and you look for rob the government purse. If you deny some kid education, big dirty thinking will read. 50 million. When you look even the driver, police won't go for, and all them case not try. This is Andrew watch, you know. Me show you Andrew look while, me show you next one. For him na mix up, cards him too. Me see him right up in a paper the other day. 2013. 27 years. Him in a nightmare and him drowned and him are sick. And then him tell a big lie. Hear the lie now. Him say in a 1983. 83. The people that do politics kind of wonder why him. And then call film name. And them start this and that when girl did about politics. The guy born 63. Him a 19 plus I got 20. When Diane Smith dead. Nobody never know Douglas' son name until it start call. Them say Douglas, them say politician, them say Douglas for son. Then you hear them there for it. Nobody. Michael Manley never contest. And the PNP never contest. There was no politics to run. So it couldn't be politics. This is bullshit. Them charge Shorty and the next man. And the case, him win the case. Remember Grace McLean too, man, and Bradback. Kind of Grace McLean and when I see and Bradback, you know, the dirty one, Marlon, the dirty thinking Bradback. Yeah, she down there. Bradback, you down there with her. Yes, 100 million. Bradback, you down there with her. See? These are the people that want Andrew Holness. See? So him now come and say something and talk about paper and about this and that. Where them like a Siago son, can have son, but they never know them son name. So it couldn't be no politics. That was a lie, yeah? That was a lie. No, nothing to do with politics. So when them want to spin it, there's something I'm going to tell him and remind him in age when him born and things. And by the way, you see him there good and then him and then you see one bag of things and him name a call. The man then go up him, them down there, so when you look at the biggest set of court drop down there. And no case to try. That's a big boy cook. Big boy cook. Eh? I know another queen of Bolo. Hey, them thing I want me to show see was I know him alone. Now I'm going to show you Andrew Holness administration. That's what I know. That him resign, but look who resigned to people. Look here. And then come back and look here again. That's what.
Hello, I'm Damian Mitchell. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has signaled that changes are coming to the portfolio responsibilities in the cabinet, but has given no timeline. It follows the resignation of Andrew Wheatley as Science and Technology Minister.
So, are you know? Yeah. You know, Andrew, you see much people have to resign out of him. Andrew Wheatley. You know, all call him name. No, I'm the petrol jam. 600,000 barrel of oil. We don't know where it turn. Remember, you can't ask me, because I have no yard-style gas station or yardman gas station. I do not own one. Don't ask me. But 600,000 barrel of oil, value over $5 billion. And Andrew question PMP and characters. Andrew question PMP and them character, you know. Eh? Over $5 billion, and I don't want to get to the bottom of this. Eh? You tell me now. What's that on the gun already? What put up? So me want to question Wheatley. I have a question them, you know. Can him get super rich too, you know? Get super rich. Super rich. One of them get rich. I think it was a service you serve a country to make it better that when you own you can live nice and your grand picnic them and you can enjoy them and everything. And your great grand. Eh? See? No, you think the FDM was PNP, the money run and Big Mama the money run. Don't you compare the PNP and you say I'm gonna teach you what the PNP do. What them ya? What is this? Continue. Me just go through. I'm going to show you how much of them, you know. I'm going to show you them. I'm going to get the answer. No, look here. Hear this again now. Watch out.
Resignation of Robert Montague. First reactions this evening to the resignation of Robert Montague following the findings of the Integrity Commission into questionable granting of gun licenses by the Firearm Licensing Authority. The National Integrity Action believes Mr. Montague made the right decision and insists no consideration should be given to him returning to the government in a position of authority. Anthony Lugg reports.
News of Mr. Montague's resignation came late Friday evening in a release from the office of the Prime Minister. Mr. Holness said he met with Mr. Montague.
So I don't want to hear that. So here 20 gun people, judges and everything get gun license. Criminal get gun license, you know. Get gun license. No got that no. This are the same agintai. Where the girl write and I talk about me not like the child molesting thing. I chat say everything about this guy. I'm good also there. You know them I try something with me. Try what? Then remember me have people come from St. Mary. People them talk to me. They call them have a house where them do some little things, you know. And don't leave him alone. Then you have a past counselor, Dan Query. But them let go too. Them have to let go. You understand? Them have to let him go. Yeah. Yes, man. Yes. So them have to let him go down query because the girl now want to come again. But they're 13 or 15. So the girl, so check 5, let him go. Remember the Dan Query thing? Yes. But man, remember, you know, him again the same thing, you know. Then him go lose 2 guns too, you know. Then him use the first rock, and him say, Andrew, him talk so, you know, say, Andrew tell him to transfer the money to first rock from AJ. Again, Ty said this. Then him have the 600 million bushing money. That not done. Because some of the businessmen know all them name and everything. So the money couldn't touch back the bank. Then the alumina plant, some other thing. Then him know. With the port, him have a woman that work over there, you know, a lady, you know, a police too, you know, him. Yes. Him start to ask people about them age now. I remember me have him fired. Then him have the police carry on now when I get back the money. Them, and you, when them give the money is a member of the JLP. Talk to him before. Again, him are the chairman of the party.
Look there. No movement there. Where's the chief? Post it tomorrow. Charlie, man.
He said when you not pay 200,000, the woman pay 700,000 for your mask. Then people have food till them belly full. Fried green. The other one them get sent in here. When them, but the other one them bell something piece of shit. Them have everything for them to them comfort this. Everything. Right as so. And them with the wine, finest wine, Chevrolet, right? And I know them not get charged. He must still minister. They want to put him one place and going back. See? And Andrew Holness, I tell you something, I'll tell you about the PMP and what PMP do. That time Queen here by the police. Because them too big. You understand, my brother? Hey, my brother, how you doing, man? How you doing?
Ah, hey, can you hear me? You can hear me?
Yes, man. How you doing?
You can hear me, yeah?
Yeah, man. Yeah, you see you good, man. I'm hearing you.
Cool, man. You cool, Virgin. We just finished the show in. Hold on. Let's see.
Yeah, may I see you good, man?
Yeah, see me good. 1 second.
I mean, I hear you good. So nobody move. Yeah,
live and direct. Yes, Virgin.
Yeah, man, you're live and direct. Yeah, man. Me there, I see you. So me just push up something because the Prime Minister, and me have to talk to you, my brother, because the Prime Minister, from the other day, they might come off like, like Hitler. Dictators. Yes. No, I see in the paper, you see the paper that way I say, the PMP must go in back and they might educate the people. No, I just put up some things with him. But I'm not finish put up some things with him. I'm going to ask about the Westminster style. And about some of these people, because we think we'll use the same thing in Jamaica because of that we're mad laughing.
Now it's the funny thing that you're talking about is about education, because I plan on the 22nd of March to start a process called Civics, because for years I keep hearing people all the while talking about, oh, they take civics out of the school, and I said, well, what stops us from just talking civics and teaching civics on TikTok and social media, And so I've engaged with a few persons, like with Professor Rosalie Hamilton, Daniel Archer, Jeanette Caldwell, and even someone over here, Lord Simon Woolley, who is the chair of Operation Black Vote. He's in the House of Lords. And I said, Simon, would you come on one night and talk about the role of and responsibility of people, not government, people, the responsibility that we have, how we can understand the role and being why we should vote, and it is not left for after 5 years. So therefore, 5 years you vote and then you don't do nothing, and then 5 years again you come back and start to vote or whatever like that. It's not just that. The whole political process and civic responsibility and individuals is 24/7. People need to be they need to learn. People.
Your mic, the mic mute. The mic mute. Your mic.
This is what happened when I slam on my when I get excited and slam on my.
That's okay. You're good now. You're good.
Yes. Is it back? Yeah.
Yes, back.
Yeah. I'll be. Don't get too excited. Yes. The responsibility upon people, Wayne, is so crucial. It is very crucial that they understand that process. You know, when you had something in the UK recently, not recently, two things I was involved with in the UK. The airport passenger duty tax, when it was being exorbitant, we call it exorbitant plane fare for Jamaicans or people in the Caribbean, we lobbied the government. We did. I still have some petition which I'm seeing there, which we're writing it down. We weren't be it on social media. I was writing down lots of papers going around the country, challenging the government. I even met with representatives of British Airways and Virgin, to say we're going to boycott British Airways, boycott Virgin. And a Virgin of mine was even trying to see how they can circumvent going straight and direct and go through Europe. That's the process of actually lobbying. The government actually reduce it. And so we got a local victory there. Then secondly, there was an issue regarding qualified teacher status, where Jamaican teachers and Caribbean teachers in the Commonwealth, when they went to the UK, there's a thing that they needed to do called QTS, qualified teacher status. Now, that is something that they need to do to become like good teachers. And market Jamaican teachers are great, but you're coming to the UK, you got to go through a little transfer process, qualified. Now, the government changed the goalpost. They moved the goalpost and said, those who did not do it or whatever by a certain time, they're going to be sent back to the Caribbean.
Wow.
It was a bit unfair. So what we did, we lobbied. I remember Burchell Whiteman was the High Commissioner at that time in the UK.
Oh no, he was the ambassador at one of the time, right?
In the UK. And we did letter writing, and I remember I was standing in front of the Home Office one time and say blah blah blah, and even George Galloway was looking. George Galloway, the MP, was saying, and I said, each one reach one. But that's a whole process: letter writing, lobbying, speaking to your MPs, engaging, and be a part of. So therefore, citizens' responsibility. So therefore, I'm appealing to like Jamaicans, like leading up to this election or even beyond. Don't just wait for every 5 years to be a part of the process. Be a part of the process now. It is not just about the small civic groups which are out there: National Integrity in Action, Advocates Network, JAMP, Stand Up Jamaica, Justice for Jamaica. No, it's beyond that. It is everybody need to be a part of the process, in order to effect change. And when I hear the Prime Minister say things like never shall the PNP come back in power again, or something like that, I say that sounds good.
It's a dictatorship.
Listen. No. I will qualify my words by saying it is bordering, tinkering the mentality of a dictator.
That's my words, though. That's straight dictatorship.
Okay, you said So therefore, persons. Okay, there are evidence of persons in the world who have changed constitution so they can be prime minister or leader for life.
Yes.
Right. And exactly. That is where it comes from, whereby you feel a sense of entitlement. Sorry, you have a sense of entitlement, which is wrong. What you should be doing is humbling yourself and say to the people, listen, I've been in the government for XYZ, and these are the things I've done, and I hope that you like it, and I hope that you will vote for me back. But don't get into this sort of entitlement thing. Don't get into this sense.
My brother, my brother, it's more than one. More than one of them doing this same thing. It's more than one of them doing the same thing.
There it goes. So there it goes then.
Yes.
There it goes. Yeah. So there it goes. So if success, so therefore it could be a internal policy thing. by all means necessary, shut them down. Don't make them come in. That's wrong, man.
Them use that word. Them use it also.
They use that word.
Yeah, them use everything. Them not. But these, and then they are testing. When you look, all right, I just showing some things before you came on, before you finish the show, right?
Yeah.
I show Darrell Vaz, them selling some hotel thing down there. Him go and him just take it over from UDC or what, and him negotiate and get the lower cost. No, that leave nothing in mind. Anybody can think of that. If we supposed to be a government.
That's like inside. That's like insider dealing, isn't it?
Of course, because you have said something for the government and lesser money. All right, me I said something. I'm a part of the government and it value 20 million. And me say, give me 5. Which one of me supposed to even do that? It's a breach. Because UDC was supposed to do it. I want me to give me 5 mil. US, me just come to you and say, yes, there 10 million there. Transfer it or something, me transfer it, make you keep 5 years. Remember 20 value, Me can't say anything to you.
Yeah.
So that's why you have things to just barriers to keep them out of these kind of negotiation and all kind of things. The man then break everything. Now it comes to the Prime Minister in 2007. We was appoint him as Education Minister. And by him rich, him man build big house and everything. You understand? And now Peter Phillips asks him when him get the money and him can't explain. Then you have 18 degrees not. And when them do them investigation, you have no loan, nothing. Some of these places buy cash. And then him said, bad mind and this and we work hard. I know him not tell where him get the money, Then the other day, I see one of some things and see 428 bank account. His wife to have, all right, you in the UK, you're a lawyer. Me just ask a question. You married for 28 years.
24.
No, 20. No, me just talk him at 28.
Okay, yeah.
Him at 28, him at one more than me. Say married to 28 years. You and your wife have got through over 30 years. You would have a bank account with your wife. You would have 28 bank account with a strange woman and strange man, but not even one with a wife. How that look? With millions of dollars around through it. You ever do anything like this?
Well, I have no comment on the virgin and in personal life.
But in your personal again, you remember, when you're in a public life.
Yeah.
That's when you go back in a private. Remember, you deal with the public purse.
Well, you're right about that, because I flagged up something earlier because I said I'm going to talk on the whole thing about civics, and I said whenever a member of parliament or a prospective member of, when the election is called, after a while, about few, I'm gone, I'm there.
No, man, well, listen, I hear you. Yeah.
When an election is called, eventually all the MPs will stand down, and there'll be no MPs, and the government will be run by the Prime Minister and the cabinet, until election. So therefore, all these persons are going to be coming to knock on your door. Well, if they knock on the door and say, I'm here representing the JLP, I'll be your parliamentary candidate, will you vote for me, blah, blah, blah. And this is what I said. Jamaicans need to ask them this question. Are you being investigated for illicit enrichment? Ask them that question point blank. Question them. That is one. And don't be afraid to question them in regards to this, Wayne, because the difficulty that people may have in asking those questions is because when these MPs, I notice, move around in Jamaica, and I'm speaking for JLP and PNP, they move with an entourage. And when they move with an entourage, an individual might feel a bit intimidated to ask them something against the grain. And I find the level of campaigning not a very effective one, because it doesn't put you in the stead of dealing with people directly. You're more in a crowd. Man, and a ring bell and a blow on or whatever like that. It's not happening. So therefore, personally speaking, Virgin, this is me. If it was up to me and I was becoming a leader of Jamaica, I'll get rid of the green and get rid of the orange and get rid of that thing that make noise. Because people need to understand and hear certain things, what's happening.
Yes.
Right? 7 principles of code of conduct, which every single MP should sign up to. If they follow the British system and the Westminster system, they should adhere to it. Selflessness, integrity, objectivity, accountability, openness, honesty, and leadership. These are the seven things that one need to ask them. Will you sign up to the 7 codes of conduct?
But the code of conduct, my brother.
Yeah.
When I see take them for sign, them don't sign it.
They don't sign exactly. That's the whole point.
The PMP sign it. And Mark just sign on behalf and make a member of parliament. Them sign it too.
I did check before I even came on, and yes, it is only PNP has signed up to it. But I was speaking to Marlon Morgan on my show one time, and Marlon said that, well, when they take the oath of office, they actually indirectly do it. And I said, no, that's slightly different. You know?
But right, hold on. Right away, that nastiness. Me call him nastiness. I don't know why them take him in or something. Cause him not count for me, you know. That's a wife beater. Him not count.
Who is that?
Some other thing with him. Him not have no manners neither.
Who is that?
That a broad back Tresemme 21. That's the same guy when you're Marlon. Piece of broad back water.
I like how you always have names. You have the names for different.
I'm not have the name for them, man. The nastiness. But it is now. Him gonna tell about when you're swearing. That's the sign up. That is different thing. When you swear in, that different when you're around, so when integrity commissioner go hold you, when they have something with your father. That's why you have ombudsman. When you go sign up with ombudsman, that's why they move the ombudsman, you know. With the code, the political code of conduct, you have a next thing where you go sign up to. That means, you know, say you must do this, say you must do that. That's a completely different thing, matter. These people can't talk to Andrew Holness, them dumb.
They definitely need to have a code of conduct. Not a code of conduct, but an ombudsman, someone really independent arbitrator that can look at these things. And I tell you this, and this one is a very good one because it fits something in Jamaica. There's a member of parliament in the UK, right? And this is very interesting. A member of parliament in the UK by the name of Mike Amsbury. He used to stand down as an MP over assault conviction. Guess what this guy did? He punched up one of his constituents. You saw the video. He punched up the video. He punched up the virgin, right? So therefore, he was arrested, went to court, and he was guilty. And he got, I think he got he got what? He got 10-week prison sentence. Yeah, was suspended for 2 years. Yeah, after admitting assaulting Paul Fellas. Now, the issue is this, Wayne. If there's a thing called recall in Jamaica, one should be able to recall a member of parliament or so. You need 10% of the constituency. But in Jamaica, there's something I find which is very funny. When that lady who is the member of parliament in Trelawney, when she was being investigated and everything, and then the people wanted her back. So they said, because the people wanted her back, they just bring her back. And I said, that's not how it should be. There should be some code of ethics.
Yes.
You can't just say, oh, well, the people that want her back, but she come back. And guess what? The reason why she resigned wasn't resolved. The same situation. So
she found her guilty.
Exactly.
And you know with that. And then Andrew bring her back, he met them because they're not really the people, them, you know. The guy, him and the Mia, down there, so where him have the little youth, them around him, and I'm always here. That Mia guy, right? That Mia guy with some other political job.
Yes.
And them call and I said, we want you back, Mama P. It wasn't the people as the people in the constituents. And them own body them send out doing that and video.
Yeah. Well, there it goes. There it goes. And that is why it is so.
All right. Sibyl, do you think about this now? This are the PMP and this are the JLP. You so much share one more. Look on the live where she come tell. She have a bench.
Okay.
She get concession. I remember tell them concession are waiver people. Waiver. She get 2.1 million for that. And she tell them she never have none. From 2015, she said she don't have this. Then when she turn a speaker, now them again for traveling for the same vehicle, and she take 1.6 million from them.
Or did she say I can't recall? Did she say I can't recall?
She can't recall neither. She did my blue school in.
Yes. Well, you know, Brethren, the whole thing about it is that when the only way certain things can be very changed is if that 70% or 63% of the nation who normally don't vote get involved in the political process. And these are the persons sometimes that I'm speaking to, because the average person within that 37, because remember, the last election in a few years ago, there was 37% who came out to vote. 1.92 million people were on the electoral list. 408,000 or so voted for the JLP. 305,000 voted for the PNP.
Yes.
Or 47 or what, you know.
Yes.
And therefore, when you think about it, that is not something where you can operate with a level of arrogance or a level of, you need to be very humble.
Brother, when Andrew come out with it, like him a super clan, because I call him Superman, super clan. Is that clan? Is that, yeah, is that one of them, you know, what do I call it now? Gang leader, super gang. A gang leader. I done business, like, make I show you something. You ever see a party hug up criminal like the Jamaica Labour Party? I'm going to show you why. Look on this. You ever see this in the US, UK yet? Look on this and tell me if you ever see this in the UK. Watch this.
Yeah. The following is paid for by the People's National Party.
Who paid $50,000 to help free Judas?
The exact figure for the payment to the law firm was $49,912.62.
Just tell us, Mr. Prime Minister, who paid the $50,000?
I can't recall. It was party funded.
Party funded. JL. Remember those? Who paid the money? Remember, I know US want him. Remember that show a party leader, right? Them know everything with them doing everything. I remember, I know it's a government in a power. Are you that your party come together and fund this?
So hang on a second. We said they paid for Dudu's freedom. I don't understand.
Remember when them for extradite him, when US want him, them appear for lobby US government.
Okay.
None of Fred and Philip under the party, the jail people. See what I tell you there? These people can't. Them not no more authority to talk to. Them should even run as a party. Look on this.
$912.62.
Just tell us, Mr. Prime Minister, who paid the $50,000?
I can't recall. It was party funded.
Party funded.
And when he said party fund, so I'm just clarifying. You know, when he said party fund, it was in the same. It was in the same context, yes.
Yeah, at the same context. So when him said the government. Because the government don't look bad for the government, but even if it's a party, it make no difference. So to a blue schooling and them say, that the money, you know. Him are the prime minister, the chief servant of the country. And the cabinet come together and pay for this. So then the one say, you're not government. Let me tell you this. You can't put it off and tell me say a party when you're government, you know, it make it worse.
Yeah.
But even if you tell me say the party, at the same standing, brother. Remember, you know, from you say criminality and them thing that you're not supposed to lap it up like this, brother.
So what you're saying then is they are trying to separate the JLP from the government.
Yes, when you're the government, it can't separate it. It cannot. But even if you say the party, remember, you know, a man you do film bad. All right, look, let me show you something. I'll put up him father. Remember, play him father for you because. Me just play that, but look on this now. Look how I'm going to play to you now. Look how I'm going to play to you now. I'm going to play this. Just watch this. Here, just listen this.
Jim Brown bankrolled Tivoli. Much of his wealth came from crack dealing in the United States. His gang, the Shower Posse, led the Jamaican assault on the U.S. drugs market.
Opposition spokesman on national security Fitzgerald
Take off that one day. Well, play about this.
Came back to Tivoli and helped.
Look on this now.
Jim Brown bankrolled Tivoli. Much of his wealth came from crack dealing in the United States. His gang, the Shower Posse, led the Jamaican assault on the US drugs market.
No, that remember Jim Adudo's father.
Yeah.
Assault. But yesterday I see Siago, so with him, the den, you know, I was the Prime Minister, so because Siago around him too, you know. No,
yes.
I think was the opposition leader, but Siago around him long time. And them are the member of parliament and them operates him. Look at this.
Jim Brown bankrolled Tivoli. Much of his wealth came from crack dealing in the United States. His gang, the Shower Posse, led the Jamaican assault on the US drugs market. Some of his riches came back to Tivoli and helped fund community projects.
Old people, they would come and hug him, kiss him. I know people love him off real because the person he is. Because the person he is. Always trying to help someone, say something to them. Word of encouragement, saying to the kids, talking to the kids, telling them that they must try to achieve a better tomorrow because, you know, they have to go to school and things. He's a principled person. He believes in a lot of principle.
Jim Brown came to Miami in 1984 to see what was going on with his Shower Posse and their drug dealing activities. And while he was here, in November that year, he walked into a house and executed 5 people. He walked around each one of them and shot them in the head with a .45. Jim Brown is a bad, bad man.
When he was arrested at the request of the Americans, he faced charges of murder, drug trafficking, extortion. From prison, he fought a legal battle against extradition. He lost the fight, but he never stood trial in an American court. It was said that too many powerful people would have been implicated if he had.
Too much powerful people would have been implicated. And then you hear under skill some man does single and these are the men where you see the Prime Minister by the power.
Jim Brown was burned to death in his cell. Officially accident, more likely murder. Edward Seaga, the former Jamaican Prime Minister and Jim Brown's patron, led a funeral procession of 35,000 people. Tivoli is Seaga's constituency, and Jim Brown had brought in the votes. His drugs gang had established the Yardie connection in the United States and Britain, but in Jamaica he remained a hero.
Look at the man in terms of how the community respects and treats him as a protector of their community. Thank you.
Yeah. Can I just say something there? Because Jamaica has a history of crime, you know.
Yes.
Do you think that there need to be something like a reconciliation commission, a truth and reconciliation commission that really get into the history of everything? Because it seems like there's a lot of things which are buried and need to come out, and it's gonna need some leadership level, because as far as I'm concerned, it seemed like the successive political parties may not want to get into those areas because as they said, powerful figures would be implicated. It seemed like there need to be something, Wayne, that expose the historical dirt in Jamaica. Because the reason why this is being played now, is it that something came up recently? Because I've seen some of these videos before. Is it that something?
When you have it played in them because them put them up, and remember these things documented that I try to tell them. So when you have like Andrew Holness, draw a card and say the PMP, remember, you know, you have bad people in a garrison, a PMP. But for hug them up like this, like Osiago that come out and say, well, in my hero, you know.
Yes.
That man your hero until them want to get rid of you. And down at Tivoli, it was a state within a state. You know, one time when the police, the way me and Adams go down there, Siago come to him and say, listen, me will lead you out. Me da lock up him backside. You could have been a member of parliament. And police are the operation. And you can go to man a fire back shot of a police and police a fire shot. And then you are tell police, just me come with me and me will lead you out. You're good. That means you are the head for the gang. Where you could have find that, brother?
Well, yeah.
Place. When you saw slow down, it done.
Yeah.
I'm tell you this. We come from East Kingston. I never see that in East Kingston anyway, you know. When police come do them work, them do them work. When police and soldiers do them work anywhere else, but in these places, Siaga and other people go in the way. But them same one I tell you what them want to tell you. Them can't tell me about no PMP and no GLP. PMP and GLP are two different things. Police go do them work in a PMP place. Them now nobody for do this to them. Yeah? Yeah, that woman there now, when we talk to him, but look how much people perish. My brother perish at West Kingston too, man. Them can't tell me nothing, you know.
Yes.
We need truth and reconciliation. We said that long time and continue to say it. But the two parties, yes, still Big Mama them never pick up and say this. And say no, because right now dead man Mackenzie down there. Never talk to one of my police bedroom, go down there, you know. They go down there, you know. Yes? And him said the door. You have to crane and fill up that door. You know what them do up in other house, they slaughter people. Him said the door big, them have table in there and them have chair. And you see blood. I think one of them come out. If in my shop it was dead man. When police got the police, one of the police down there up to last night, any matter. Too much for a long time. You know what them say? A goat blood. So you build a place was so improved in a building and carrying them for spit goat throat. That makes sense to you, brother? The police when them test the blood is human blood. Human blood. Them have metal bat where them beat people with.
Well, without a doubt, Wayne, I still stand that, you know, like, okay, you see like what Trump is doing, whereby he's sort of exposing works with the Democrats. I believe that success, I don't like any government beyond 2 terms. This is just me as a personal thing. I have, it's just me. I don't like governments beyond 2 terms, really, because when it goes beyond 2 terms, it can become very arrogant and it can become very full of it. And I see some sort of signs of that, maybe much signs of that going on there now. I believe that whenever the next government comes in, they need to really investigate and really dig deep down into the previous work of the previous government.
True.
That's something which is very important. And personally, as I said, and I've said it many times, I said it publicly, if it was PNP in for 2 terms, I would say I don't like someone in power for more than 2 terms, really.
But you see, Silver, you said the people that need to perform and do well, they won't go tell people to lie. And when you do, these people get richer and richer. You understand? Richer and richer. And each time, like, you know, you can look on the leaders and you look on them administration and what them do. Not until hear this. This has come from Omar Azan yesterday. Hear this.
Yeah.
Listen this.
Comment on is that right now, as it stands in the Jamaican economy, the economy is struggling. It's probably the worst I've seen.
Just listen up. Yes.
The buying power is the weakest, and government needs to find ways to
start back. Listen.
What I will comment on is that right now, as it stands in the Jamaican economy, the economy is struggling. It's probably the worst I've seen in the 30-odd years I've been in business. The buying power is the weakest, and government needs to find ways to, how do I say it now, catalyze the economy to be able to grow. We tried our best a few years ago, and Jamaica started to see growth. But right now, they've done so many things to stagnate the industry. Interest rates.
Yeah, when they say?
Yeah.
They've done so many things to stagnate the industry.
Rates need to come down quickly. The Bank of Jamaica needs to come out of their tunnel vision and start thinking out of the box to manage the economy, because right now it's in a very stagnant stage and actually in a dying stage, and it is actually quite frightening what is happening out there. When
they say, remember the boss manager, one of the CEO for Boss Furniture, you know, Boss Furniture.
Sure.
Him does a stagnant and dying stage. Continue.
Speak to business people, people are saying they're seeing anyway in as 50% down in terms of sales, the retail trade, and every expense is going up. Their rental rates that they're paying to rent these shops and stores is going up. Their light bill consistently is up. You know, it's a tough world out there, yes, but we can do things to make it a little easier for our people in this country. So the minister and the government has a lot to do, and the Bank of Jamaica and our commercial banks, to try and stimulate this economy, because if they don't start doing something now, the economy is going to start fumbling and they're going to be in big trouble.
I want you to expand on that a little bit more for me, Mr. Azan, because it's good to hear your views on that, because the data is suggesting, and we hear the government talk a lot about economic growth and inclusiveness. It talks about business confidence is at an all-time high. We know of unemployment rate, the best that it has been. Is it that the manufacturers are not seeing all of that? What exactly is happening? Why is there a dissonance between the two?
There are one or two businesses that may be seeing some growth, but I tell you, the general economy is struggling out there. The real estate side of things, the building, the construction side of things is slowing. Interest rates has played a major part in doing that. And the business side, the manufacturing side is struggling. And we need to find ways to stimulate back this economy, because what we've done over the years and tried to build it back, coming from where we're coming from, I think what we've done in terms of managing this inflationary issue, I think we've gone about it possibly in a little different way that we could do something, but it is creating a havoc in the economy right now. Buying power is the weakest that I have seen in all my years of doing business, and not just
in all them years.
Wayne, can I just ask? Okay, I was in Jamaica in April. Do you believe that what is being presented is like a screensaver?
Yeah, them present screensaver. No, from Andrew, one is a screensaver.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Because as someone mentioned earlier tonight on my other show, was talking about what can I say about the economy. You know, the economy is great. What can you say about what the government is doing? And I say, it is one thing to showcase lots of fast cars, lots of expensive cars, lots of house, lots of building, pinnacle, nice hotels, but is it filtering down to the people?
No.
Is it filtering down to the average person? And I remember when I was in Otris and I was in one of those cafes, I think it's Cafe Blue or whatever, and I was watching the people going back and forth. When I go to my walk in the morning and I sit and I watch, and I said, there's a disconnect. I could see that there was a disconnect. Totally, you know? And so that 5% or that 10% of persons who are having it great, it is to their benefit to keep the status quo the same. But that doesn't affect the majority of the people, yeah?
I'm going to tell you something, though. It's more like the politician, because remember, you know, in my part of the PSO, just listen to the part and I said finish to tell you what I say. Listen,
yes, please. From my own business, but generally because I sit on other boards, it is very weak. And it is actually a little frightening for me when I am looking out there and seeing what's happening in the economy out there. So we need to find ways of trying to find ways. The Bank of Jamaica needs to come out. Commercial banks need to start doing things to stimulate stuff, because you're going to find ourselves in a real pickle if we don't do something quickly.
We know the issue of the interest rates and.
So you hear him just say, independent board. I'm at boss. I'm at the CEO for boss furniture. You know?
Yes.
Boss furniture. And I remember in my part of the PSOJ. I asked on this.
Okay.
So him and my people, him tell us that 50% them cut the sale. And me have talked to somebody today, but tell me said, listen, them went there and most in a place empty downtown. Part is shut down. I remember in the local furniture, you know. He manufacture local furniture to the people, and remember him have enough people I work with him, so them that are cut. And so for 30 days at the worst, you never see it. See? You understand? So when Andrew them do his PR in a brother.
Yes.
And these are the reality. But let me tell you something, you know, when you have something like this, You have some people online, and I can show you them, by the way. It's the next set of PR kind of punks. Them show you some train and thing where Jamaica don't have. And them show you some things that Jamaica develop. And them show you some snapshot in the US and some other places. And I show you and not Jamaica.
Yes.
You have the money for do it neither, you know. Yes. Because we have shortfall last year, right? Like how much money we have? Over $40 billion shortfall, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Listen, listen. It is leading up to this election. What are some of the things that you believe is very important that people recognize and deal with? You know, in regards to the election, you know, the reaching out to that segment of people who don't normally engage with the political process. Is it a time for the people to be awake and recognize that they have to engage? I've spoken to a few people. I did my own personal survey, and person in Jamaica say, "Boy, I'm gonna vote." You know, it don't make no difference between PNP or JLP. But what I always say to persons is that separate for a moment the head of the leaders, separate the PNP, Mark Golding, and the JLP, Andrew Holness, and focusing on the MP, the Member of Parliament. That person there who is to be your MP. There's going to be 2 persons or even 3. That is if any independent comes in. And to challenge them and to ask them questions at the same time.
But before that, no, hold on. But before that, if you have a government team for 2 terms,
yes,
and everything we don't know, we can tell you this as a fact. You know, you take the road repair money and you put it in a consolidated from 2017. We have the whole document and everything. And matter of fact, we have the video only so tell us in no money for fix school or not at all. So we have a government like this, and your mother go to hospital or your father and them thing, and them just lose them life because they want a little ventilator where them don't have. And then tough and just corona model. And then the PR, just straight PR, but when you go there, you drop off a chair if you have a chair. And you take the floor. But you don't have no medication there, nothing at all. You know, so you sit down. You have people go there with hypertension, you know, diabetes, everything. And let me tell you, you sit down all 4 days. If you get admitted all 5, 6, 8 days, 1 week, I sit down in that chair that other surgery and get a blood clot. But nobody business. No hospital never used to run so in Jamaica. Then the school now, they turn out floppy. Then we don't have no money for do nothing at all. They don't go to Andrew come promote his rather and 15 years and muggle and tell the boy if you're rich. Then him go and suck a lick down people house. This government not performing none at all. So you couldn't go ask the government what you do. Me see what you do already. Remember so, 1 term. It's not 1 term. But you get a next term now for show yourself. And you know what them tell the people them the other day, them I tell the people, the 2 term was ours. That term I know a fool no one. You know, so them a job lot, brother.
So therefore it is for the PNP then to really say what they want to do, share their plans.
All right. So people talk to me around the country too, you know, call me to my poll. And then, you know what them tell me? Your father, let me tell you this. As a man call it, the whole family member them come out, you know. Can you have some people now watch me, them put them TV out and them, I don't care with them there, them put big box and put TV out. A matter of fact, I will show you one. Let me say, I can show you. Outside, them put screen. I said, Mr. Lord, some seat where you talk about screen. So them educate for them people in these places. And I want for it most of the time. Because them just time for him call election for sweeping way. I remember saying, but through music, you know, so reach a lot of people, right? So them call me, I will call them. And when them talk to me, me know everything I want, you know, better.
When do you think an election will be called?
Around, yes. People tired of him, you know.
When do you think an election will be called?
If I call, the longer I'm taking it worse, see me now. So I might try, because you can't go put nothing per mark. So them come with a racist thing. And then Queenie, that a Warmington, the Warmington, them leave from over in the UK and come in a Jamaica. And it's there. Maybe send it to you, it's there. If them Google it, you see it. In 1820. And then buy slave. Them live in St. Catherine forever since. So Warmington I come from slave and I call a man, I call Golden whenever slave trade with the Golden them. But me see Warmington in a Jamaica, in a St. Catherine. St. John's, which is St. Catherine. Buy slave and sell slave. And rape slaves too. Because them have dark skin to colored one. It tell you, you know. You understand? So the father Warmington will come there. In the David slave too. And this guy was come from descendants of slave called Mark Wallet, slave master. You ever say anything?
because a lot of people talk about the fact that they keep using this whole English thing, and I keep saying all the while.
The man of Jamaica.
Personally speaking, I don't see the reason why they gave up their citizenship for UK, because I don't see they shouldn't have done it, because I've got a British passport and a Jamaican passport. I can, if I run, I can run up to the highest office in the UK if I want to, and still keep my Jamaican passport or something like that. You know what I mean? Because it is not as if to say you're going to be being in government or in politics for the rest of your life. You know, it's a period of time. I mean, persons who believe that this is a lifetime thing,
my brother,
it's like a golden age home or something like that, you know?
My brother, you saw me just show you, them can't show nothing about this with the PMP. Because Mark and them are running up. And you know, not from the man, so you bring a slavery thing, and who bring it big, nasty, thinking queenie.
Yeah.
So the man go get back a wife. Him have the little youth, them are, you know, yes. Feel concubine. That man, him too terrible. And then they put him in a place so we have to set him straight. Him is a nastiness.
Well, it is for the people. This is what I'm trying to say. It's for the people to set things straight. The people have to recognize that they are the chief boss, and these guys are the chief servants. So the people need to recognize that they have the power. And they can't sit back and say, boy, I'm not doing nothing because the PNP are different than the JLP, I'm not going to vote. They have to get outside and exercise their vote as much as possible. And they have to be intentional. They have to be intentional with the whole process and recognize that it is not just for 5 years. Every 5 years they operate. They need to be operating regular. Because when I relay the information about the man who beat up the constituents, it was on par with something which happened in Jamaica, where some MP beat up somebody. You know what I'm trying to say? And everybody's just like, everybody's playing mind games and say, huh?
Him the car with cheering on neck, and the police are charging him. I know them see the video.
That's so wrong.
Not press charge. No, it's not up to she.
Yes.
It's not up to she. You can't, them see assault. But this is how them police are state. And by the way, let me tell you the next thing. Some people share, anybody where you talk to right now, it will be a Mandaites, a socialist or somebody, and you hardly have people that say them undecided. Anytime you hear somebody tell you, say, boy, I'm not to vote, them are JLP most likely, and them feel embarrassed. Because them that pick up Fianjoles so much, and I call him broke God. Me call him Devil for man. This other guy we live in a one house, one room, single parenthood for many years, and then him said 2 room with his mother and father. Him lie. He's a blatant, him are the liest man we ever walk the face of the earth. And then they see him now, so them feel embarrassed. So them now go say, no go vote for people, because them feel bad, you know. I say, boy, me now vote, you know.
Well, there's a person I mimic all the while, and you can tell me who said this. I'm gonna say it, and you can tell me who said this. They lie on Monday. They lie on Tuesday. They lie on Thursday. They lie on God help them, they lie on Sunday. Who said that?
Yeah, they lie. Well, him not the liest man now. Yeah. No man, I must blind go. Me tell you, son, I know I blind go. But turn on your mic. Turn on your mic. Turn on back your mic. Turn on back your mic. Turn on back your mic. Yeah. Mike. Hold on. Turn on your mic, Silver.
No, it is me. Anytime I get excited and
yes.
That was Michael Manley. That was Michael Manley who said that. They lie on Monday, they lie on Tuesday, they lie on Thursday, they lie. God help them, they lie on a Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah. But Manley said that.
The lightest man, Andrew Holness.
Yeah.
But they come out and tell the lie for real, you know, say, man did a bill, Leninist, brigade, communist. That was a lie. These was MCs, schools, and schools, you know, like Joseph Osemati and the one of them thing there and MC and some dam, like the dam them. And him say Cuba did a bill, all kind of things and ready for the transformation for turn communist. I remember if somebody had turned communist, they won't allow you as a second party, them that ban you. Them that lock you up.
Yes.
Them that lock you up, them won't have an election. But this him could have catch people with them lies and them never see it. Yes, the man they come and give them Jamal in a better.
Yes. Well, brethren, what time is it now? Almost 1 o'clock in the UK now. I've been at it from 10 o'clock. But listen, in the last, as I said, every Saturday night, starting next week, I'll be doing some discussion on civics. And I'll be getting some different persons all over: Matunda, McCullough, Daniel Archer, Rosalie Thompson, Miss Hamilton, and a Lord in the UK. Maybe getting some persons to talk about civic responsibility for individuals. And as I just saw someone just said a while ago, I think her name is Annette B. She said, it's a people's choice to vote out corruption the same way they voted in, you know? And that is the whole thing that I believe is very important, that the people of Jamaica really, I keep saying this all a while, and I'm really speaking a lot to the persons who do not get engaged in the political process, that it's incumbent upon them to get involved in the political process. And it's not just for every 5 years, but they should actually be a part of it right through. Letter writing, going to surgeries, lobbying, petition their MPs, being a part of the process. But Jamaica has not really encouraged that in a way, because people believe it doesn't make any difference. But if the people rise up as much as possible, and I believe that whosoever, and I believe if Mark Golden is the next Prime Minister, I believe that's going to happen based on how I see the signs, he need to instigate and encourage and empower the people of Jamaica to play a fundamental part in the process, and not let it seem like, as one time I went to Jamaica for a diaspora conference, and when I've been going to these diaspora conference for a while, in 2004, 2006, one time I went to Jamaica for a diaspora conference, and I never forget speaking to a lady in one of the booths, one of the marketplace, and then she started getting jittery, like she was looking around, and I'm saying, what's happening? And when I look, there was a minister of government coming up with an entourage. And the way she was going, it was like getting excited. And I'm saying, what's going on here? It's like a big deal. What's a big deal? Just a government member passing through. I've been at the House of Commons in the UK, David Cameron, been to Dan Abbott office, and so that it's not a big deal. These guys are, listen, Wayne, these guys are chief servants. They're servants of the people. The press can hound them. When a person challenges them and want to ask them questions, they cannot be rude to them. That is a time when Gordon Brown, one time in a car, said about a lady, and his mic was on, she's bigoted. And he was ravished by that, because it turned out the people and need to recognize, Jamaicans need to recognize that they have the power, and they need to take it back, because right now it is seemed like the politicians are the Lord. And that's not how it should be. The people should be the Lord, and these guys should be in fear and trembling and in humility to recognize that they're only there on borrowed time or on the investment of the people of Jamaica for them to be there for 5 years. But chances are they can be voted out. But guess what? Everybody think it's food time, and everybody want to make something out of it.
Make a play this. Right? What's this?
Yes, that's right. Yes,
recover the funds. The Integrity Commission wants House Speaker Marissa Dalrymple Philibert to pay over the funds received from the motor vehicle concession and the travelling allowance granted to her by the Jamaica Customs Agency and the Ministry of Finance, respectively. It follows the
people know this woman are running an election again. Like nothing happen. She just go pay the 900,000 and Holness put her back in. And Holness question the PNP and talk about corruption and all kind of things. This is the worst party I've ever seen in the history of Jamaica. The whole of them touch. Look at this.
Report on her statutory declaration to the Commission. As Jamila Maitland reports, the Commission wants to know whether the concession was fraudulently obtained.
It all started with the purchase of a 2015 Mercedes-Benz SUV, black, something like the one pictured. House Speaker Marissa Dalrymple-Philibert in October 2015 used the 20% duty concession offered to government officials to receive a discount. The vehicle valued at $8.1 million was sold for $6 million. But in her statutory declaration to the Commission, filed a few months later in December 2015, the vehicle was not on it. Her declarations for 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020 and 2021, the vehicle was also not accounted for. For the Integrity Commission, this is a major red flag. But according to Mrs. Dalrymple-Philibert, when questioned by the Commission initially about the absence of the Benz SUV from her filing, she never owned the car, then she never used the car.
So you vote for a woman like this for lie blatant, she never own it, she does a continue. But now she's MP again, but Andrew Holness. And him talk about for tell young people for do what?
Then she wasn't sure for what period and how long she used the car. The Commission also noted that 2 months after Mrs. Dalrymple-Philibert denied any knowledge of the car, it was sold. But according to her, she never benefited from the proceeds. Her response, "It was my sister who used the car." But this is an obvious breach of the conditions of the concession policy. Mrs. Dalrymple-Philibert was granted the concession to carry out her public duties as a member of Parliament. Notably, her sister is not an MP. Documents reveal that the sister's husband financed the car, which Mrs. Dalrymple-Philibert stood as a guarantor. But the Commission argued that the vehicle being in Mrs. Dalrymple's name would also require her to be directly involved in the process of insuring the vehicle every year. It's why it believes that the House Speaker knowingly made a false statement. Of concern, too, is that Mrs. Dalrymple-Philibert received motor vehicle allowance of $1.6 million for the period September to October 2020, when she became Speaker of the House. She was using her personal car, the vehicle, a 2004 RAV4, not the Benz SUV. But according to the policy, claims for upkeep allowance and traveling can only be made in respect of the most recent concession vehicle. The Commission wants the Financial Secretary to recover the traveling allowance paid. It also wants the Jamaica Customs Agency to recover all the duties and apply the appropriate penalties. As for whether the concession was fraudulently obtained, the Integrity Commission is asking that that be probed as well. Of note, a name of an entity or person was redacted from the report as allegedly knowing about it. And if the allegations are true, the Commission says they're liable as well. Mrs. Dalrymple-Philibert is to resubmit a complete and accurate statutory declaration. A statement released by her on Tuesday said she would submit the documents on Wednesday, September 20. Up to News Time calls to her attorney Peter Champagne to find out.
Is that recent?
This is the other day when them charge about this from 2015.
Yes.
The one of these lie better.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen.
No, she MP again.
Yeah. Well, listen. I'm gonna leave you now, but thank you so much for inviting me on, and for your listeners as well, and bless up with what you're doing, and keeping the fire on. as I always say. They always say, no watch, no face. Apart from the fender. I like that. I like that track you did with Tiger. It sound like it was Tiger.
Yeah, man. I show people. I put up a clip with me and Tiger before you go out with me in a London too. You know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put up a clip with me and Tiger fast. You know, Tiger, my family man. Tiger, London, yeah. Watch I know, Tiger. Saxon sound, you know. You never see that clip here. It says 2003 though.
2003?
Yes, what? 2003, watch this. Oh, so get over there. Everything over there. Hold on.
When I was a youth and I used to go to school, this is what I was learning before I go.
We say that's London.
London. You know that's common. You know saxophone.
Saxophone. Saxophone. Yeah.
Let's go. It's also now. I'm Tiger. Good now.
Yeah, but when they are get Richie, see?
Look.
What's it now? Long as we know so we have to run this thing up proper. We don't talk to
Hey, Tiger. Yeah.
Oh.
Are you that?
Yeah, man, I'm here. I'm not Tiger. It's how now. I'm not chat, man.
Yeah. Was that carnival or what?
Yeah, that's carnival. That's not new.
Nothing Gate. Nothing Gate.
Yes, that's not
yeah.
Gate.
I just saw someone said Jamaica Lord is King James and his family. Why do politicians take orders from the king and queen was to answer to the governor general if you deny a fact? Anyway, they need to change the constitution and get rid of the king, but you have to have a executive government. Executive president is the best way forward. Jamaicans support lies, yeah. Brethren, listen, you have to go dash. Yeah. Peace out. And all the best. Yes. Yeah, take care of yourself. Bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, people. That's how we do it around here, so, you know. Keep it real. And as well to Andrew Holness, when say man talk to the young people, them never have the foolishness. Because the PNP and the JLP is two different parties. We know go criminals, we know go pedophiles. Remember, we not chop a lot of money. And we no business. We no business because we talk straight. And then you see when them aiding and betting him, we no unite with them. I remember telling you again, before me knock it, I never run 7 minutes before me knock it. Let me tell you now again. Yes? Andrew Holness, I run against Mark Golding. Him shouldn't even depend on the ballot. So when they go down there and pass over Bruce and Ghana, PJ, we not tolerate that neither. Don't tell me, listen, make him point out any one of them. Damon Crawford, Dr. Campbell, yeah, Mark Golding, Jackson, Angela Brown. Look how much of them there. Look how much fresh face there. You understand? Dr. Dawes. Look how much of them. They can't even call everybody name. See? Look how much of them there. But you can't find them. So you just took something for story upon there, you go down there, say, nah, go work. You understand? Yeah, man. Yeah, no, man, you know our thing already, man. You know, see me have to stop. You know, see me have to stop Holness. Hey, I Holness tune this, you know. We now stop playing Holness tune. So Holness tune, you hear that? Staple. Foot staple. I want to listen to you now, saying, let me tell you about Andrew Holness. Him dirty thinking thief in government and them dirty running. We're going to pack them up and send them running. So, hey, brother people, I ain't taking a style, but I need to know some shit. What you mean, man? So you have to tell him, Holness, them can't let it go. So what? Let me tell you again. The youth, them are a fool. You can't trick the youth. Let me just touch this because I have like 3 minutes here. Me touch a two. This is me a tiger. I'm touch a next thing me a tiger.
Okay. Give it time to talk it. No way long time. Come in. You see what I got for that?
You want some tiger? Yeah.
More than you want. Tiger. Come and make a tower. We will pop. I'm not ready to new paper. we love some in
That's what's him out, Lonesome Tiger. Don't, yes, that's how you treat him. You put what's him out and so you get it, man. Turn line to me. You did it, man. That's a Lonesome Tiger, yeah? Yes. That's the record. All right. Later, I see my time, you know. We have to beat them, you know. When I ramp with them, them don't play, don't it? When I ramp with them, yeah? Don't make Andrew Holness come telling them nothing. Me no not chatting with them. Yeah? Me out here later. I'm out.
We in lump sum, we a beat it till the hammer burn. We now make them get in a them and again. None of them boy that we none of them. We in lump sum, we a beat it till the hammer burn. We now make them get in a them and again. None of them boy that we none of them. We alone some rise up the bomber dude.
I'm not a Judas, them a backstabber. I'm my wife, and this straight beauty and glamour. No guy can walk to name me with no dagger. Maybe the heart of Mandela, but the mind of a Zama in the mold. Like a bull man, we send us the jammer. Lyrically inclined, be a metaphor, so no listen to lyrics line to line. Become a lyrical fighter, put up in the rhythm, deal with some poor hole in a hater. Lyrically inclined.